Hello everybody, SSA here, aka Super Suna Arashi, your coach of the Groningen Noctowls, bringing you week 7 of the BBL as we take on D Willy, coach of the Brisbane Scythers. So his team is as followed. He's bringing the Cinchino, the Rodent Wash, the Arcanine, the DNC, the Marshadow, and the Nidoqueen, while I'm bringing my Mega Sableye, Lugia, Naganadel, Serperior, Seismitoad, and Torkoal. Now my Naganadel does has the Sea Crystal, but he has the Firium C because I thought that my opponent would bring the Mega Scizor, and I thought at that point the Firium C on the Naganadel would be beneficial for me more than the Poison C. Hindsight 2020, I should have brought the Poison C looking at his team. But you know, it is what it is. We're bringing a Kabaya Berry Serperior for the Nidoqueen. We have a Life Orb Seismitoad, a Leftovers Torkoal, a Leftovers Lugia, and of course our Mega Sableye doesn't have an item other than the Sable Knight. So I'm talking a little bit softly because I'm a bit tired. You know, I'm recording this at 9:30 p.m. so hopefully I can get this up very fast. But he's going to start off with the Cinccino while I am going to start off with my Mega Sableye, because Mega Sableye most of the time, 9 of the 10 times, it is the safe bet to lead off with, so I can, you know, a little bit scout my opponent. So I'm going to Mega Evolve here, and I went for the Will-O-Wisp because if I could get a burn on the Cinccino and he stayed in, that would have been huge. He's going to U-turn, and from the calcing the damage here, for 99%, I was sure it's going to be a Choice Banded Cinccino. So right away from the start, you know, that's very good to know because Cinccino could be a threat to my team if he is Choice Banded. So I missed the Will-O-Wisp and I decided to swap into my Lugia, because with Multi-Skull we can, you know, tank any hits, and afterwards we can roost back up with the leftovers. Even we can get back at full health, and if needed we can then swap back around and keep the Multi-Skill intact. So he's going to swap his Diancie out to his Rodent Wash, as I am, as I just said, going to roost back my health so that we're fully HP again and we can swap out so that the Multi-Skill is still intact, which is I'm going to do. I'm going to go in my Shinsuke, the Serperior here, because that is, you know, the much safer bet. We are going to get Toxic Poisoned here, but at this point I was like, you know what, I can now click Leaf Storm, because looking at his team, like, a lot of mons doesn't appreciate a life or a Leaf Storm from Serperior here with the set that I have. So I can get a Leaf Storm up, get the boost with Contrary, and then I can maybe Leaf Storm again. And looking at the damage here on the Arcanine, I was like, oh my god, I can potentially KO this Arcanine now with another Leaf Storm and get another boost. And then whatever wants to come in afterwards could potentially get killed as well. So I am going to Leaf Storm, the Arcanine will go down, we're gonna get another boost there, and Serperior is going to take down that Arcanine. But of course we are on the timer with the Toxic Poison, so Serperior is basically going for a suicide mission here, trying to take a lot of mons down with him in his path, which is he going to do right here. He's going to Leaf Storm again, and we're going to take care of that Nidoqueen. So Nidoqueen is now gone, and that is, you know, Arcanine and Nidoqueen are both gone on his side of the field is huge, because that gives a lot of room for my other Pokemon to potentially sweep later on. Here the Marshadow comes in, he can Shadow Sneak easily, and I know, you know, that Serperior has done what he needed to do, and that is take 2 Pokemon down from the opponent's side. So I was like, you know what, Serperior, you've done your job, you can rest. As my Torkoal now comes in, the MVP of this season for the Groningen Noctowls in the BBL, I can freely now go for a Flamethrower here. No matter what comes in, I have a chance to burn, and with the sun up, it's going to do decent damage to each of his mons. So as you can see here, Diancie, it will do like 15 to 20%. Now here I was like, okay, he can potentially try to set up the Stealth Rocks here. I'm going to go into my Mega Sableye with the Magic Bounce. If he wants to set up Stealth Rocks, as he is going to do right here, it's going to Magic Bounce the Stealth Rocks on his side of the field. So, you know, I don't have to set up my own Stealth Rocks with Seismitoad later on. Now here I was like, alright, do I need Seismitoad? I don't really need Seismitoad. I don't really need Mega Sableye at this point. So I let it down so I can get a free switch in to my Lashley, which is the Seismitoad. Now here I went for an Earth Power where I could have easily gone for a Hydro Pump or even potentially, you know, Sludge Wave. But because the sun, I think the sun was still up at this point, you know, Earth Power was the safer bet. If he wants to decide to stay in on the DNC, Earth Power was going to do a lot of damage. And here I was like, alright, I can do, you know, I can Sludge Wave and see how much that damage will do to this Rotom Wash, so I can, you know, potentially scout it out later on in this match. He's going to Toxic me, which kind of sucks because that puts Bobby Lashley, the Seismitoad, also on the timer. And now the sun has faded away. So, you know, I could potentially go on for another Sludge Wave here because as you can see, he will actually go for the Defog here. And, you know, looking back to it, I should have stayed in and just Sludge Wave again because he couldn't really touch me at that point. But at the same time, I did not want my Seismitoad to get a lot of damage from the Toxic Poison. So I was like, you know what, I can go into my Lugia, I can try to set up the Calm Mind. And here I should have actually substituted. Again, hindsight is 20/20, but at the same time, you know, I was really trying to play a little bit more offensive, a little bit more, you know, I'm more comfortable with, because I like to play, you know, if I play offensively, it's more comfortably in the match itself. So I went for another Calm Mind here to make absolutely sure that the next Psyshock will kill off the Rotom Wash. He's going to Thunderbolt, and as you can see here, that's going to do absolutely no damage at all to the Lugia. So I'm now here, I can fully go for the Psyshock. Anything that wants to come in, you know, gets hit by a massive Psyshock at this point. So he, smart enough, stays in and sacked off his Rotom Wash. That was his best play at this point. So the Rotom Wash is now gone. And Lugia also now on a timer with the Toxic Poison. Now here he goes into, I believe, his Chinchino again, yes. So here, I can maybe a little bit scout to see what he has, and he's going to reveal that he is Rock Blast. Now that is very good to know, because with Torkoal in the back, now I'm thinking like, okay, if he has Rock Blast and Bullet Seed, I can potentially play that out later on to my advantage when it comes to that situation. So I'm now going to go into Andrade and Naganadel, and to be quite frankly, just with the Tapu Lele, I'm not playing that good with Naganadel here. I should have went for the Sludge Wave, because Sludge Wave was the best play. I went for the Firium Z because I did want, you know, to just pull my Sea Crystal out and just, you know, hit that. But again, what I said in the beginning of the video, I should have brought Poisonium C, because that would have done amazing damage against the DNC here. It would probably have killed the Diancie because after the Inferno Overdrive here, as you can see, that's going to do absolutely nothing. That's going to absolutely do no damage at all. Looking at the Sludge Wave damage, as you can see here, if I was Poisonium Z, that would have absolutely demolished the Mega DNC. And he's going to reveal that he is a berry, and now it puts him out of the reach for another Sludge Wave. And we're gonna tank this Earth Power. It's going to be a 2 KO, but as you can see, I just have to click Sludge Wave, hope I crit on the Diancie here, but it's not going to happen. And the Diancie will knock out the Naganadel. As I said before, just like Tapu Lele, I'm really playing badly with Naganadel. I really hoped it would give me a more offensive push in the team, but you know, that's a new learning moment for me in this league. So he has 3 Pokemon left. I'm going for the Hydro Pump here, because Hydro Pump absolutely demolished everything. And again, if he wants to switch out, it will hit something. He's going to sack off the Diancie, so again, very smart from him, because that leaves him with 2 months left against 3 of my months, if I'm not mistaken, or 2 of my months, if I'm not mistaken. Because I have still the Torkoal and the the Seismitoad left. So here I went into my Champa for if he wants to go for the Bullet Seed, it will hit the Torkoal and that will do not enough of damage. And that, you know, bet of us is going to pay off because he is going to click Bullet Seed and that is going to do absolutely nothing on the Torkoal. And I can now just freely click Flamethrower. He still has the Mars Shadow in the back, but Mars Shadow at this point can't do much against the Torkoal. So Torkoal is here, of course with the leftovers, we're going to get a lot of HP back from that damage. And he has to switch out now because he was Choice Bandit. So, you know, that pretty much confirms to me that he is Choice Bandit. And I can just stay in, click Flamethrower, and do amazing damage on the Mars Shadow. That puts him over half, so another Flamethrower will kill the Mars Shadow. And if Mars Shadow is going to do Poison Jab, probably to also try to poison me, but that's not going to do that much. And the Flamethrower is going to kill off the Mars Shadow, so another kill for Torkoal in this league. I think that is 11 or 12 kill in this league so far. Torkoal has been done amazing things for us in the BBL. Now the Mars Shadow comes, of the Cinccino comes in, and I knew he has to Rock Blast to absolutely do damage on my Torkoal. But then it puts him stuck on Rock Blast, so Seismitoad can clean up later on. But we're going to live on 5 HP, so I can just click Flamethrower, and I think that puts him in a range where, yeah, that puts him in a range where I can then easily, you know, click Earth Power instead of Hydro Pump. But I had to Earth Power either way because of the sun. He's going to Rock Blast again because he's stuck on Rock Blast. And now I can easily go into my Seismitoad and click... Oh, well, the sun faded away, so I could have clicked Hydro Pump here if he, you know, wasn't... If he was still on full HP. But I went for the Sludge Wave of Earth Power because it was more... It was less risky for us to click that instead of Hydro Pump. We could have done ballsy plays here and click Hydro Pump, but I went for the easy Earth Power here because that just kills the Cinccino. And that means that we are going to win this match with 2-0. So that puts us at, let me see, 7 weeks now. That puts us at 2 wins and 5 losses after the loss of last week against Max Rapture. So, yeah, we've done pretty well in this match. The only thing that I've done badly was the Naganadel, and I could potentially, you know, sub on the Lugia on the Rotom Wash, so it couldn't Toxic me and then Calm Mind again. But I think because I played a bit more offensively than the previous weeks, that actually made sure that we won this match, you know, bringing an offensive Seismitoad, bringing an offensive Serperior, you know, trying to do more offensive stuff with Lugia in this match, and of course Torkoal putting in a lot of work. It actually pulled the match to my side, and I'm very happy with that, because that shows that if I just stick with my own playstyle, it's just more comfortable for me, and then the results will come sooner or later. So I'm very happy with this match. Also a great match by D Willy, by the way, a very good match from his side. It could have gone easily, you know, his side, because on the Seismitoad, on his Cinccino, I could have easily stayed in and just tried to do a lot of damage, and then he bullet seeded me, and that could have, yeah, that would have just changed the whole game, because then he could have switched into the Marshadow. I killed him with the Torkoal, but then the Cinccino could have Rock Blasted me again, so then he would have probably won 1-0. So it could have gone either way, but I'm glad that my, you know, offensive play played out well for me in the end, and we're going to get that 2-0 win. So I want to thank D Willy, of course, for the battle. His link will be in the description below, as well as all the other coaches and the links to all social media accounts of the BBL. So be sure to check that out as well. Next week we will face off against Choice, coach of the Baltimore Orioles, if I'm not mistaken. So be hyped for that as well. He has an Arceus Dark, which is an amazing threat so far this season in the BBL. So hopefully we can, you know, work something around with that. But that's all for next week. No PMC, of course, because the PMC season is done. I'm not sure if I'm still in playoffs yet. I will put that on Twitter once that comes out. But either way, I want to thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy this, don't forget to hit the like button, comment, share this video with others, slash the subscribe button down below, and hit that bell icon, because then you get notified every time I upload a new video, and that is sincerely appreciated. And I'm going to end this video here, and I will see you guys next week in week 8 of the BBL.